And we are live. Hey, this is the first live stream on See Ahead. And yes, and that is me. Look, hey, Kel here. Thanks for tuning in, whether you're watching live or afterwards. And also thank you to the AFL for letting us stream this on YouTube for the entertainment world. Right. What else do we have about? Okay, I suppose shortly the teams will come up on the screen. Possibly even now. I don't know. No, not yet. Yeah, there we go. Carlton. So we've got Ollie Hollands, Zach Williams, Adam Sard. Oh, I reckon Fogarty be there. Yeah, Ison. Riley has played and Red. Okay. Owen, I'm pretty sure. Sexton, possibly. Oh, look, hey. Caleb Graham. Same surname as me, Graham. Okay. They've gone now. All right. Yeah, right up. Like it says down at the bottom, please comment anytime if you like, and also if you'd like to call in, please do so. Please do so during quarter time, half time, or three-quarter time. There. Oh, this is always starting to happen. I think I'll turn you off the screen. I'll get myself off the screen. You'll see it's streaming on AFL.com. It's also streaming on See Ahead. Yeah. So, I don't know, does the coin toss? Possibly. Yes, by the way, we're live at I'm in Hobart, but the game's at IKON Park, Carlton North, Royal Parade. I was born not far away, which is why one reason I go for Carlton. I was born in the old Royal Wing. Bird chirp away, yeah, great, good on ya.
Round 18 in the Smithies VFL rolls on with the Gold Coast Suns travelling down to IKON Park to play against the Blues ahead of the big AFL clash between these two at Marvel Stadium this afternoon. Hello and welcome to the inner northern suburbs of Melbourne. We've got an early start here in Carlton. It is Carlton taking on the Gold Coast Suns. My name is Michael Peppicelli, calling all the action for you on AFL.com.au and the AFL Live official app. And joining me in commentary today is Travis Posnahovsky. And Pos, we've got 17 AFL listed players out there for the Suns, 14 for the Blues. It's good conditions at the moment, so hoping for some high-quality footy.
Should be a good game. Big game for Carlton as well. If they want to keep their finals chances alive. And Igwitsi in the middle for Gold Coast gets the little handball away on the middle of IKON at the moment. No clean possession just yet. Comes out to Holman. There is one of those listed players, but Carlton able to turn it over through Zach Williams. Almost slipped over, pops it inside forward 50, and Riley slides in. Wasn't paid the mark. It just spilt out. And he'll lock it in, look for the ball up. The umpire is hovering for a long time. The ball's going nowhere. He's got to come in and eventually ball it up, and he does, about 40 out from the Carlton goal. So quite a few AFL-listed players, as you said, and there's two of them in the ruck, Witts and Reedy. Both of them played AFL last week. They're back down in the VFL team. We'll have another ball up inside the forward 50 here for Carlton.
Congested start to this one. Witt's first hand to it has been relegated as the number one ruck at the Gold Coast Suns by Ned Moyle's impressive form. Of course, those new ruck rules have really not favoured the more lumbering, ground-bound type of rucks like Big Witsy. We'll have it tossed in.
There's a few that rule has, I suppose, disadvantaged. Tim English being another one. He's another one that's been struggling to get in and out or come into the team. Had some injuries as well along the way.
Yeah, it's definitely a young man's game now, rucking. Here's Holman back from an injury issue. Quick kick from Jepson was smothered off the boot and out.
Should mention one of the biggest names that's out there at the moment for Gold Coast is Jamara. Good to see him back playing in the VFL. Matched up on Sam Payer at the moment at full forward.
Yeah, it's been a frustrating year, of course, for Jamara Ugle-Hagan. We know about some of the personal issues he's had in recent times. We'll just be looking to string together a solid end to this season and maybe take some momentum into next year with his second club. So plenty of stoppages to start this one. Now a clearing ball. Bad bounce there for O'Keefe. Ison back at VFL level was clever. O'Keefe left it for his shorter teammate. Now Riley is taken high. Bending down to pick it up and just clob it into, and somehow Flynn Young has found some space all on his own. In fact, is that Tom Howard?
Tom Howard, yep.
So a late change, it would appear, for the Blues.
Yeah, I'm just going through the team.
Tom Howard's come into the side. I saw Jimmy Cheetahs on the bench as well for the Suns, so they've made a change. Also, is Tom Howard looking to get his morning off to the perfect start. Can't do so.
So as you said, quite contested to kick things off today. Of course, it's a doubleheader. The men kicking things off at IKON, and then the women will take to the field from 2 p.m. And now it's a chance for Gold Coast. After a turnover from the kicking, they've still been able to move it forward to centre wing. A strong tackle. And we'll have a ball up outer side of the ground, centre wing. With some Reedy to come in and take the ruck. Reedy probably won it down. Witts went back in. He got the clearing handball to Holman. Comes underground to Davies. Sends the Gold Coast forward for the first time. Jamara came up to meet it. Rove beautifully. Along the ground, it's dribbling. It won't get there. Or maybe it has. It may have skittled them all. And it'll be a goal to the Gold Coast along the boundary line. And Goulburn with it. Something out of nothing. And the Suns on the board first, 1 straight 6. Carlton one behind. I didn't give it any chances. It was dribbling along the ground, and somehow it went through the legs. Just having a look, I think it as who the defender was. I didn't quite see, but somehow it's gone straight through the legs of him, and Gold Coast get the first of the afternoon.
So actually a couple of late changes for the Blues. 3 AFL listed players out of the team. Lockie Fogarty, Lucas Camporeale, and Flynn Young. We'll get those laid-ins for you in a moment. Tom Howard is one of those. Here is Witts, dragged to ground by Ollie Hollins. Ollie Warburton is another laid-in for the Blues. Quick ball inside 50 for the Suns. Farah couldn't get a hold of it. Rule trying to corral his opponent over the boundary line and does so. Isaac Main. Will Cookson's also come in for the Blues. So they're the laid-ins. So we're scrambling as much as you are at home. A few changes sprung upon us at the last minute as the Blues look to try and clear defensive 50. Closey made his return from AFL suspension last week. Difficult bouncing ball. Caught behind there was Noble. And we'll have it thrown up.
So it's a good start for Gold Coast. Get on the board early. They're obviously just 2 wins for the season. And there's a few players out there as Reddy takes it out of the ruck for Carlton. They're scrambling to get this ball clear. It did eventually spill out to Cookson, one of those laid-ins. There's a free kick on the ball, going to go the way here of Nick Holman. He's called to go. He came off the mark, so he sends a long ball inside 50. Sard will go up uncontested and take a mark. So saying there's a few players out there for both teams looking to get back into their AFL sides, and going to turn this one over again. Carlton coming out of defence, straight down the throat of Jepson inside the centre square.
So it's Ethan Reid that laid out for the Suns.
Short one to Holman at centre half forward. He plays on, lowers his eyes and just put it down the throat here of Noble, who couldn't take the mark. A handball came out. A snap on the right from Coulson for 2 in a row for the Suns. Misses to the right-hand side. So Ethan Reid, one of those names we were talking actually off air about him. He's come back from an injury, working his way back into the PCL in round 9 of this year, and played against Collingwood in round 17 in the AFL, and now doing some fitness up. Might be a late in this afternoon at Marvel.
So old friend Jimmy Cheetahs comes in to replace him. Seen him play plenty of footy at this level over the years, of course. Hollins to the one-on-one up the line, and that's well held there by Liam Farah. Gives it off to Ison, who's forced to stop and prop, and then on that lethal left, looks inside, but Witt's there to intervene defensively. Of course, long-time captain of the club, Cooper Bell. Pops it over the top to Graham. And now further afield, and they're off and running the Suns. Here's Jamara Ugle-Hagan, first real involvement today. Searing kick towards Noble. Boyd may have interfered and did. So that's good for Ugle-Hagan just to get a little bit of confidence up.
Kazler was on as well. Oh, they've turned it over here.
Yeah, and he made Jamara have given away the free kick off the ball. Just a little bit of body contact. Payer, who can be a bit of an instigator at times, to put it nicely.
That's fair.
We've seen him play plenty over the years, back in his Werribee days, also at Aberfeldy at local level. In fact, I think he started the year with a 3-game suspension. So that sounds about right, as the Blues working along the outer side. Cookson's been able to find some space, but Bell dropping back and does well to keep it in as well. He's 200 centimetres, but he is an athlete. Cooper Bell out of the Giants Academy, and now Rogers can get it to Sexton, of course, another old friend of the Gold Coast Suns. Drives it inside 50, and the kick was perfectly weighted for Jamara.
It had to be as well. He had to get it over one Carlton defender, and it was absolutely perfect. It cleared the fingertips by about 1 or 2 centimetres, and it was an easy uncontested mark in the end for Jamara.
Well, Gold Coast Suns fans and footy fans in general want to see this young man back to doing what he does best on the big stage. But he can't convert on this occasion. And just another note for any Suns fans watching, the pick of the Academy potential draftees this year, Archie Hill, is the 23rd man today, number 72.
Boyd to bring it in. We'll get the handball receive and clear it out. Zach Williams takes the mark on the halfback line. He wants to get the ball moving forward. Reedy's got some space out the back. It goes about 60 metres and hit him on the chest. And now he's held up as he looks to go inside forward 50, sends it to the pocket. Plenty of Suns numbers around, and they'll be able to clear this one out through Main. Gets it on and gets the 1-2. There's a long handball clearing the defensive 50. Long ball down the line. It's going to be cut off by Boyd. Goes all the way back to Sard. Another one that's trying to work his way back in. Started the year off with a hamstring injury and has not been able to crack back into that Carlton AFL team, and it's made all the more difficult now that they've found some form as well. That one's come off the side of the boot. Going to put some pressure here on Charleston. He's got enough poise to just chip it over the top and find Rule. Goes inboard and finds Camporelli. So it's Ben Lucas laid out. So Ben chips it over the top. Charleston kept running. It is for him, and it was perfect as well. Back with the flight, took the chest mark, and was then wrapped up by two Suns. Probably lucky not to give away the forward 50. Over the top, looking for Hollins. He's made his way back in as well to find a little bit of fitness and form after an injury. A strong tackle on Holman there by Riley. Run him down, and we'll have a ball up about 55 out from the Carlton goal.
So in all, we've got 11 AFL listed Blues and 16 from the AFL list for the Suns. As the Blues go inside 50 once again, Riley providing a tall target. So too is Hudson O'Keefe. Going with a tall lineup today, the Blues.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to play one of those ruckmen as a forward and the other one will pinch hit. So between Riley and Reedy, looks like Reedy's playing forward now and Riley's come up and up against Witts.
Of course, Pitternet back into the AFL team today off an injury. Off the hands of Noble. Williams has been industrious to get things started. Jepson always. Rogers didn't see the bump coming, and well, the fact it was a bump instead of a tackle could be dangerous for the Blues. Evans has found some space, just couldn't corral the footy, and instead is forced to lay the tackle, but they were on out the back if Evans was able to gain control there. So
got to be careful, Carlton. It's the second time Kessler has run into an open goal. The other one they hit up Jamara. That time he was off again, so he's getting forward.
Rogers involved again there to Jepson, who just handballs it to space. Logan Prout there to mop things up. Boyd, and they link up by hand. This is Warburton up the line. Graham playing in front. Hasn't played an AFL game in 3 years, Caleb Graham. Now it's driven inside 50 by Collins. Jamara, not quite. Follows up on the ground. Well, he'll want his left foot. Instead goes with the right. It's a good kick. Almost cut off, though, by Sammartino, who's forced to play tackler.
Great start by Jamara so far. Getting some space, offering the leads and the follow-up work as well when he doesn't take the mark. It's the kind of thing that the coaches, and here he is now, he might just take a ping from 45. He gives it a good ride. Boyd will be happy to rush that one across the line. They're the things that Damien Hardwick and the coaching staff at Gold Coast will want to see from Jamara Ugle-Hagan. So Boyd has it at full back. Payer out all by himself on the half back line. Let's see which Sam Payer we get. Holds the record in the EDFL. Peps. Most goals in the game. 17.
Yeah, he kicked a big bag.
17 up against East Keilor. Might have been last year.
Yeah, I think it was last year.
Cal Moore kicked 10 in that game. That's how much they won by. Jepson sends the ball inside forward 50. They've got numbers here. Jamara will gather. He'll run into the open and kick his first. Ugle-Hagan on the board, and the Suns off to a flyer today. They've got two. They are 2-3-15. Carlton yet to kick a major. They're just the one behind.
Well, he gets the easy one there, Jamara, but he's earned it so far with his efforts in this game. So it's a good sign. And if we've got a Jamara Ugle-Hagan that's up and about today. We might just get to see a bit of a show.
So he's kicked the last 3 scores as well. Opened up with 2 behinds and then gets the major. So he's on. He started really well, as have the Gold Coast.
Of course, plenty of Suns fans will be watching up in Queensland, which I dare say is probably a bit sunnier than it is here. It is a nice day, though, in Melbourne.
We've had worse.
Oh, no doubt. Jepson can't quite get boot to ball. Riley left it for his smaller teammates, and that ended up being a good idea. Difficult one for Reedy. Graham there to mop up, although kick smothered by Tyson Gresham, the 23rd man. Gathers on the pocket. Banana! Almost. That would have been some goal, but not to be for Tyson Gresham.
Sunny 21-degree day up in the Gold Coast, if you want to know, Peps. If you need to head to the airport.
Not surprised.
No. So, Easton to bring it in for the Suns. Goes along, almost a little push in the back, but got enough numbers at ground level. First one was Bell for the Suns, and it was smothered out on centre wing. Another boundary throwing. Chapman just patrolling that half back line and wing on the outer side of the ground at the moment for the Suns. He's been involved on a few occasions. Just forward to centre wing for the Blues. Riley and Noble will do the ruck. As Riley made his debut a few weeks back in torrential rain against Hawthorn. Noble won that one down and spills out here for Cookson. He went without it. Came out to Davies. Goes all the way back here to Collins, who is almost stripped of it. Ball spills out and the Blues able to just lock this in on their half-forward line. Cookson again with the tackle. And into the club rooms here, we'll have another ball up, about 60 out from the Carlton goal.
Suns off to the fast start, courtesy of Lockie Goldman and Jamara Ugle-Hagan. Lead it by 13 points. Now with it at half back, but unable to really gain control. Thomas tried to make it his own, but not going anywhere. Avery Thomas, picked 28 in last year's draft out of Launceston. Beautiful ruck work from Reedy down to Ison, who unintentionally found Howard. Round the corner, will drop short, but in the right spot at the right time. And taking the mark was Alwyn Davey, as he so often is. And directly in front, he'll pop through the Blues first of the morning.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. Ison, as you said, accidentally found Howard. Had to get moving. It only went about 5 metres, but Davey just did some nice body work early. Protected the drop of the ball and took the easy chest mark in the goal square.
And for a man of his size, that's always been something he's been pretty good at. If you can isolate him one-on-one inside the arc. And he showed it off. 22, he and twin brother Jaden's playing at St Kilda VFL this year. Both of them, no doubt, will be looking for a second chance.
So back in the middle, Riley went up for Carlton. No clear winner. Now it's turned over. Davies got a handball moving forward to Evans, looking for Ugle-Hagan. Strong hands. And already he's causing Sampaio a few headaches, but Jamara Ugle-Hagan at the moment has kicked 1 goal, 2. And he's going to go back around the corner on the left from about 25 out. Tightish angle. Shelling peas normally this for Jamara Ugle-Hagan. He is on fire. He's got 2 to kick off this morning's match as we're about to tick into time on. They move to 3-3-21.
Well, you called it earlier in the term, Pos. He looks on today, and Now that's, 2-2 for him on the morning. So
do they need to look at a different matchup? I don't know. Maybe just see how it goes through the rest of the quarter. But Sampay is he's got a few headaches at the moment because Jamara's running him around. He's looking good at ground level. He's looking good in the air. More importantly, he's looking good in front of goal.
Yeah, 11 from the AFL list out there for the Blues today, but none of those AFL lists is really tall defenders as such. So Hayer's got the job, as we've mentioned, as the Suns go inside 50 again off the boot of Evans. Hagen couldn't quite get involved. Hayer did well in that one-on-one. Chance for Kaysler. Coughed it up, though, to Hollins. And the Blues defence just holding on for dear life at the minute. Thomas able to gain control of the footy. Has Chapman up against the boundary line, and they go back in the Suns. Hagen has 4 to contend with. Got first hand to it, but Hollins was there to make sure he couldn't mark it. And then Harvey turned his back on Boyd. And luckily for the Blues, just a throw in.
He's got him rattled, I think.
He's
4 of them had to take him on. He's still got first hands to it.
No, they're looking for him, no doubt about it. And the Suns, while they've got the hot hand, just try and feed him as Witty gets first hand to it. Followed up his work, but Hollins there. Camporeale set upon immediately by Colson, who's back into the lineup today after a hamstring issue. One of many academy graduates on the Suns AFL list. Speaking of, there's Rogers giving away a free kick for a hold.
Carlton can still make finals. They're sitting 12th. They've got a healthy percentage there. Percentage better than 5 of the teams above them. And maybe the good news for them is the 3 teams sitting between 7th and 10th all have a bye this weekend, 3 of the 4. So this is a really, really good opportunity for them to push into the top 10. Essendon sit above them in 11th. But it is a golden opportunity to come up against the bottom team on your home deck and get a big win. They play Brisbane Lions, St Kilda and the Western Bulldogs to end the season, all teams that they currently sit above on the ladder as well. So if they can get 4 wins, they are an opportunity to get into that top 10. They go inside forward 50 or just out. That's not going to be paid a mark here to Ison. It looked clean, but he may have bobbled it over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw in about 51 for the Carlton goal. And Gold Coast obviously sit on the bottom of the ladder. They won't play finals, but there's players out there that are looking to keep their AFL dream alive and stay on a list. Witts takes it out of the ruck, goes down the line. The trainer's in the way. Almost took the mark. Duffy got the handball to Hollins, who got run down. There's Red Goons. He's absolutely everywhere. The ball's going to come and move forward. Here is Davies, one of those that's trying to get back on into the AFL team. Holman ran into a brick wall that was Sammartino. He's gone, holding the ball centre wing. Needs to be careful there, Nick Holman. And we'll have a free kick right on centre wing in front of the commentary box.
Now, we'll talk about feisty customers. Nick Holman's right up there.
Yep.
Issard. Rule offers a short lead. Ex-Box Hill Hawk able to mark in front of Avery Thomas. Sets it up for the Flyers. O'Keefe, one of those. Had a big piece of it. Reedy roving on the ground. Dangerous stuff here from the Suns, but Cookson has given away a free kick. And it's coming back to Archie Hill, who, as I mentioned, is the highest rated of the Suns Academy prospects this year. Actually had to choose between a career in dancing or a footy career. So
I think we've had that one this year, haven't we?
He's a multi-talented man. Actually got to dance on stage with Justin Bieber a number of years ago now as a kid. So it's pretty good on the dance floor as well. No doubt about that. Might see that after the game. Who knows?
Were you about to call it the D4?
I may have been. It's easy to forget you got the headset on sometimes, Pods.
That's all right. We'll take the D4. So, out of sight of the ground, they might be happy to see this one go across the line. We'll have a boundary thrown on centre wing.
Could maybe start a D4 on the
absolutely.
concourse there. There's a bit of room there.
Get some tunes going.
Yeah, food trucks. Yeah, let's go.
Maybe if they do get Justin Bieber playing,
yes,
he might just break out.
Oh, wouldn't that be something?
You won't see me there. Boundary throw-in.
Yes, I know you straight up the line.
Yeah. Andrew throwing Wits and Reedy. Reedy front position. Tried to kick it out of midair. Didn't get any purchase. Kick goes forward for Carlton. Bomber sits underneath it with Ison, who just tapped it down to Davey, who'll run in from 25, kicking second. Great work by Ison. Finished off by Elwyn Davey. He's got 2. The Blues have got 2. They move to 2-2-14, 3-3-21 are the Suns.
Well, he's always had that in his kit bag, Alwyn Davey Jr., looking just like Dad when he's able to get a free run towards goal. Good luck catching him. And as you mentioned, Ison's so clever. Impressed early on in the VFL to start this year and ended up getting his AFL opportunity. Stayed in the team for a while, was doing some good things at AFL level as well. This Josh Fraser looked to mix things up a little bit after taking over as interim coach, but it's back at state league level today, and he's just clever. Thought he might have been a little bit of one of those guys who might be a late bloomer, Ison, but he's really been able to come along in his first season on an AFL list, and he's a great prospect for the Blues. Suns take control of the footy. Charleston having to go back towards Boyd, and they're on today, the Suns. The pressure, intensity, and desire is there to be seen.
There's a little bit going on afterwards as well.
Yep, umpire just wants to get this ball thrown up.
I think it's Duffy at the bottom.
With the rain starting to come down as well. Evans feeds it to Cheetahs, experienced player, and that's the mark of an experienced man. A great goal, Jimmy Cheetahs.
Well, while the Carlton players were still on the ground wrestling, and it's still going on at the moment, Adam Sard at the bottom of it and at the centre of it, the Gold Coast players got to work at the stoppage. The umpire just got on with it, and there were red Guernseys everywhere, unmarked. And the best way to respond when there's a wrestle going on is to put one through the middle of the big sticks, and that's exactly what the Suns were able to do. And they're playing some good footy at the moment. Their pressure is right up there. So Reedy going to take it out of the ruck. Actually read it off Wits' hands. Goes to half forward. Taken in defence by Collins. He's going to go backwards. Now look to bring it to the broadcast side. Next in line is Evans. Still inside defensive 50, and it opens up in the middle of the ground here. Just got to hit the target. Didn't quite, but enough time and space for Goulburn to get to Thomas. He's looking for Wits, and he put it down the throat almost of Reedy, who was able to get in the way. Camporelli to Williams. A handball forward to Warburton. A little bit of candy sold by Logan. Inside forward 50. Barely the 15, but the umpire will pay it. And Cookson can go back, have a shot on goal from 40 out directly in front. So the turnover from Thomas, he was looking for Wits on the outer side, and he just did not execute the kick, and Blues numbers arrive and able to turn it over, take it straight through the middle. Shot on goal. Bring it back to 7 points. Called to move it on. So Will Cookson laid in today on the left from 45. Hasn't got the length. Big fly. Ball still in play. There is Ison. Just taps it into a dangerous position here. Suns get numbers back. There's Thomas. Misses the handball. Cookson goes back in. Handball he misses. This time, Main can clean up for the Suns. As the quarter time siren sounds. And it's a 13-point lead to the Suns, perhaps at quarter time. Maybe not have been what we were expecting, but they've turned it on in this opening term with a couple of goals to Jamara, Ugle, Hagan, and Lachlan Goulburn with a single as well, who kicked things off, and then Jimmy Cheetahs with the latest one.
Yeah, Alan Davey Jr. has both goals for the Blues. Jake Rogers and Jordan Boyd, the leading disposal winners with 9 disposals apiece as we go to a break here on AFL.com.au and the AFL Live official app. Don't go anywhere. The Suns leading the Blues by 13 points.
Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys and girls. Comment in the chat if you like, or there's a call-in link if you'd like to call in and say why you think the Blues aren't winning, or why anything at all really that you'd like to talk about with the Blues or the Suns even. Oh gosh, yeah, okay, yeah. Anyway, if you're enjoying, please like the stream as well. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Carlton 2-2-14, Gold Coast Suns 4-3-27. Slow start for the Blues. The score should be the other way around. You know, Carlton's 12th on the ladder, Gold Coast 22nd on the ladder. Yeah, anyway, has anyone tried these white crumble brownies? I think they're a newish product, but so I bought them. I'm going to do some baking this afternoon. I'm not much of a baker, but hey, that's why I buy the packet stuff. All I have to do is mix that with an egg and some oil and some water. I also bought the cleavage as well, which is going to happen later on as well. That egg and butter. Anyone tried them? If you have, let us know. Anyway, smoke. I looked about what I'd probably be in the crowd doing a live stream in the crowd. So, I'm doing one the VFLW in a couple of weeks on the 8th of next month. Tasmania versus Carlton. Never been to a VFLW game. To be honest, I've never been to. I have. I've been to two AFLW games, and they've both been in Tassie with the Kangaroos versus the Blues. One was in Hobart, one was in Launceston. Speaking of Launceston, in a few months, I'm going up and seeing an event with Coda and Christian. Should be fun. Anyone got a comment what they reckon about the game so far? If so, chuck it in the comments or whatever, because I don't know, it's about to start again, so I won't take any calls until half time. Now, But, yeah. So if you've got anything, chuck it in the comments. Only had one commenter so far, or two, sorry. Or if you include myself with the calling link through, yeah. Hey, you can't really count that as a comment because that's me. Anyway, I think I will turn my microphone and put you back to the link. Oh, okay, here we go. We've got someone messaging in here.
The Gold Coast Suns off to a fast start at a rainy IKON Park. They lead at 4-3-27 to 2-2-14 at quarter time. Michael Pepicelli and Travis Plosnahovsky with you on AFL.com.au and the AFL Live official app. And Pos, the Suns looking to cause an upset today, and they're off to a good start.
Very good start. 4 goals in the opening term. Carlton with 2 through Elwyn Davey as Reedy kicks it off the ground. And here is Davey. Met it up nicely. Missed the handball. Gold Coast have Evans there to clean up. Comes out to Davies. He tried the fend off. He could be in trouble here. Umpire gives him benefit of the doubt. Strong tackle by Zach Williams. He'll have a ball up inside the centre square. Half forward for the Blues. Witts wins it down. There is Williams. Just kicks one forward. Davey with some forward pressure. The handball comes back out. Off the side of the boot, umpire calls play on a handball over the top. There is O'Keefe, went without it. The Suns through Main can clean it up. They decide to keep the ball in play. A little bit of pressure. Sexton, a handball inboard, found Jepson, and they're going to work it out through a full chain of handballs. It comes out to Thomas, and they've worked it up to almost centre wing. Goldman kicked the first of the afternoon, went the bounce. It's been wet. Been slippery, and he's found that out now because it didn't come back up to him. Carlton, Williams went without it, dragged it in. Umpire calls play on. The ball's going nowhere, and now we'll ball it up in front of the interchange gates. Williams with some good pressure. He's up to 9 disposals. Boyd also with 9. Jepson, Rogers also with 9. All leading.
From the restart. Witts and Reedy wrestling, and it's taken over the boundary line by Main. So it'll be thrown in. Rain starting to come down. It was a dry start to the game, but about halfway through that opening term, we got the rainfall. It's Jepson able to get boot to ball. Not a clean kick, though. Over the arms, or outstretched arms of Coulson. Now a chance for Warburton. He's got an open 50 to kick to, but always to the advantage of Graham that time, and Riley couldn't close the gap. Short ball over the top. And the Suns via Sexton. It's the 3rd all-time leading goal kicker for the Suns in the AFL. Had a pretty good AFL career. Of course, a lot of those goals came for a struggling team. It's been overtaken first by Tom Lynch and then Ben King. As it's over the head of Ugle-Hagan, and Goldman will see it over the boundary line.
Works it up the ground nicely. So they have changed that matchup on Jamari Ugle-Hagan. Sampaya spent the first term on him, and now it looks like Harvey's got the job. As we have a boundary throwing. No one got a hand on it. Ball to the top of the goal square. It is all Carlton, and the intercept mark taken by Rule. Finds Payer in the back pocket. Boyd on. Goes to Hollands first. On defensive 50. Goes back to Payer. They might try and get a switch, although there's not a lot going on the other side of the ground. So they'll keep it broadcast side. It's a long kick down the line. Looking for O'Keefe. Gets front position. No mark taken. The Suns have got numbers at ground level. Handball from Main goes all the way back. Found Graham to Witts, and they're suddenly inside defensive 50 of the Suns. Dangerous kick inboard. Had to sit and wait for it. Did Sexton, then went underground with the handball. He might get it back here. Comes out to Thomas on centre wing. Now they can move it on the outer side of the ground to half forward. Mark taken here by Noble. 50 from home. Jamara wants it long. It's the direction it goes. Boyd getting back in the hole. No mark taken at ground level. The Suns still got some numbers. It spills out to Main, who has a flying shot on goal. It bends back, and somehow scrapes through. It never looked like it was going through until it went through. And Isaac Main kicks his first and kicks the Suns' fifth for the afternoon. And they all get around him as well. I don't know how it went through, but it went through. 5-3-33, 2-2-14, 4.5 gone in the second quarter.
Well, you called it, Puz. It looked like it was firstly like it was going to drop short, and then it just kept carrying, and somehow, despite looking like it was going to go wide, it just swung back in at the last moment, and, well, a fantastic finish in the end, and the Suns are just all over them at the minute.
Yeah, they've come to play. It's the pressure for me that the Suns are really showing at the moment. Whenever Carlton have the footy, the pressure is right on them. Carlton just need some clean ball movement at the moment. We saw them mucking around with it in the defensive 50. They went to go the switch. The switch wasn't on and had to go long. And that's where the turnover happened.
A lot of the numbers actually pretty even in this game, even though the Suns feel like the superior team. A quick handball from Ison. And then gives away the free kick. So here's Closey. Big ball winner at this level, averaging 16 a game at AFL level this year. Of course, ex-Werribee man. And he'll get it back here, Closey. 35 disposals for him last week. Now Thomas. Nothing to go to short, so up the line is the go, but the kick was tailor-made for Reedy in the end, and he's got Ison on, who wastes no time, uses that lovely left boot to find Howard.
He's got a great boot on him. We've seen it at AFL level. He can pick one out if he needs to, and he did. That went 40 metres, and I reckon it was no higher than 3 metres off the ground the whole way.
Yep. Just tall enough to get over a couple of defenders, but low and bullet-like. As Howard comes in and responds for the Blues.
Good response. They needed it. We talk about Carlton and Gold Coast having some relatively even stats. Up forward, Gold Coast seem to just have a bit more of a taller target at the moment. Obviously, looking at Jamara, Noble heading down there as well at the moment. For Carlton, they're trying to get O'Keefe into it. He's the only player on the ground at the moment without a disposal, so just can't get the ball in his hands either. He's had one tackle, but it's been the target on a few occasions as they have gone inside 50. Just haven't been able to find him. He's into the ruck as we speak. Riley and Reedy, when they go forward, just haven't been able to take a big mark yet either. It's only a 13-point margin as the Suns go forward again. Payer from position takes the chest mark in front of Noble. Goes very short to Sard. Wanted Hollands, decided better of it. And so this is where they're just struggling at the moment, getting out of their defensive 50. He's running to his right, and that might be the first time I've seen Adam Sard kick on his right, and he missed Hollands. He was dragged down. The Suns set upon him. Holman with the tackle, and we'll have a ball up inside the Gold Coast forward 50.
Well, we know the deal with Adam Sard. He'll take risks, and a lot of the time they come off, but sometimes they don't, and might have put his teammates under pressure here as the Suns go to the hot spot. Noble caught behind, forced to spoil. Roving the pack is Rogers. Thomas flicks it out. Sexton, capable from there, but doesn't have the journey, and Rule dropping back.
Yeah, closely on. Just the short square up.
Yep, so the Blues will escape defensive 50. We'll see if they can turn defense into attack. Cookson doesn't have a lot to go to forward. Gets it to Saad. The Suns have gotten back well in transition, but maybe some room here on the switch. Duffy.
Oh, he's gone straight through the mark.
Yeah, he certainly has. Sammartino. Off to Saad, who again caught with nowhere to go. The Suns have got everyone in their defensive half of the ground right now. So they're going to have to play keepings off for a minute here. Payer. Williams. Camporeale. Now Boyd. One of their better ball users. Can they find a target inside 50 now? It's a high ball over the head of Riley. It gets to the back. And an easy goal for Tyson Gresham. Out of midair. Nobody able to kill the contest.
Well, they all went up and no one got a hand on it. It was a dangerous kick to the top of the goal square. If you're going to go up, you've got to force it across the line or over for a rush behind, and it just got out the back and Gresham ran onto it. I don't even know if anyone touched it at all. He could have let it go. Possibly would have been a goal as well.
Yeah, coach killer there for Tate Kazler and the Suns.
You can see what Gold Coast are doing, and you said that every player was in the defensive half. As soon as Saad got it on the wing here, he just had nothing to go to. He had to bring it back inboard. They took it to the outer side, had a little bit of space there to get it inside 50, but there was no room inside their forward 50 to hit up a target. Back to 7 points, 4-2 to 5-3, 10.5 gone in the second. Witts went up early. Neither ruck got a hand on it. Holman spun out of trouble. Swings on to the left, inside 50, looking for Ugle-Hagan. Got him. Strong mark out in front. Just took it on the chest as well. He had some company. Harvey right on him. But he's just too good, too strong. Had the space to lead into, and this will be for his third and the instant response. Mara Ugle-Hagan. We know how much talent he has. From 40 out, as good as directly in front, got close to the man on the mark and misses to the left. 2 goals, 3. He's had 5 shots on goal in the opening quarter and a half.
And it's a tantalising display of what he can do. Jamara Ugle-Hagan, when he's got his body and mind in the right space. We hope it stays that way. Off the fist of Witts, Jepson, Graham. They flick it around the Suns. Main, quick hands from Sexton were terrific. And Easton's able to find the outlet in Closey. Looking towards the outer side. Jamara's fanning in that direction. He won't get there, though.
It's just where the Suns need to be careful. Not going to him every single time, because Carlton defenders will be able to read that far too easily.
Dropping back there, Taj Logan. And the Blues will again try to navigate this team defense of the Suns. Backwards for Saad. He's always looking to go inboard. Camporeale. He and his twin brother Lucas turned 20 4 days ago. Charleston, and they're able to find a way through the Blues. Hollins to the one-on-one, Riley and Witts. O'Keefe, in fact, it was, and it gets over their heads and out.
I would have moved that ball forward a little bit better on that occasion were the Blues through Ollie Hollins.
They've done well. They've had to be patient going forward the last couple of times, and they've done a good job of it.
Stoppage inside 50. O'Keefe and Witts. Witts works his way to the front, went mid-air with the boot and got himself a free kick as well for a hold. Sexton offers the lead over the top and he takes the mark, and a little handball. It was a dangerous one as well because he missed the target, and now the Blues have got some numbers. Sammartino goes inside forward 50. Witts sits underneath it. O'Keefe got hands to it at ground level. The Suns through Jepson goes long down the line. It's a 2-on-1. Out the back, here's Ugle-Hagan. Gathers with the one hand. Can give the handball off. Missed the target completely. Kaiser has to go back. Holman comes in, puts his head over it, shrugs the tackle of Williams, gives the handball off. They could go inside 50. They've got a one-on-one. Can chip it over the top to Noble. Missed him altogether. Now he's got some company and he's just lumbering along as the Blues then miss the target by a handball. It's a comedy of errors at the moment. A handball comes out to Holman. Can he find a target? Will he set sail from 50 to the top of the goal square? Big double fist. Harvey by hand, looking for Boyd, hard up against the boundary line. He was out of bounds when he kicked it. It'll come back. We'll have a boundary throw in the left forward pocket.
Yeah, well done by Taj Logan, dropping back and helping out his defence, playing on the wing. Young man out of Diamond Creek. Just 19 years old, finding his way in State League footy. So it'll be thrown in forward pocket for the Suns. The Blues have kicked 2 of the 3 goals so far in this second quarter. About halfway through. Charleston left it behind. Plenty of Suns here around the footy. Although it spills out towards Hollins, who's brought to ground immediately. Main's little kick doesn't quite hit a chest, and we'll have it thrown up once again. Jepson up to 14 disposals. Just racks them up for fun in this competition for Coburg, Southport, and now for the Suns. Ollie Holland has 12. Sexton, 11. Ison a long way from home. Gets it back from Rule. Looking for an option, and that's a clever kick. Opens up the ground now for Gresham, who kicked the last goal. Hollands, disposal number 13 coming up. Riley wants it long. Instead, he's going to pop it over the top to Rule, who takes it right on the 50. Now, he seems to think he has this in him.
I can just watch Nyson here because there's a little pocket that's about to open up if he keeps walking back.
Yeah, we've seen teams do this a number of times. They organise a set play from this sort of situation. Reedy and Riley are both back on the goal line. Rule looks confident, and he does set it up in the end. Fist comes from Graham. Here's Logan roving the pack and kicking a terrific goal. The Blues have 3 goals in the term, and they're back to within 2 points.
It's a good setup play in the end. Top of the goal square, big pack. It's on again out the back. Reedy in there. And Nick Holman. And, yeah, ground level. It was all Carlton and Logan. Nice finish on the left. So now it's over to the Gold Coast Suns. They had the better of the Blues in the opening term. Carlton have fought back within 2 points.
Yeah, so they led it by 19, the Suns, after that Isaac Main goal earlier in the term. And since then, Carlton have kicked 3 in a row.
Reedy in the ruck for Carlton. Neither ruck got a hand on it. It's a push and a free kick going to go the way of Gold Coast. So Noble on the left goes very short. Barely the 15. Rogers inside forward 50 for the Suns. Payer read it best. Slides in. Takes the intercept mark and chips it very short. No mark taken. Almost took the legs there. Dick Collins. Handballs it out. Up against the boundary line. Farah. Was he tripped? He was. He'll get the free kick. It's Tripper taken high. One of the two. Free kick regardless for Jai Farah. Squares it up. And Alex Davies has it at a better angle. Same distance. About 40, 45 out. Another one of these Gold Coast players that has some talent. Hasn't been able to get into the AFL team. Get this one back out to 8 points for the Suns. From 45 out, that one's been pushed to the left and misses to the left. 5-5, 35 to 5-2, 32. 18 and a half gone in this second term. Good game so far.
And it doesn't look like 12th versus 22nd on the ladder. Blues have kicked the last 3 goals after the Suns took a 19-point lead. Thomas, great vertical leap.
He just hovered in the air.
Yeah, he did. That's impressive. The young Tasmanian. Inboard to Colson. Another academy product out of Broadbeach. Walks his opponent on the mark and then drives it inside 50. Noble's there. Able to get a hand to it. Duffy needs to be careful. Bit too much on the kick for the intended target in Howard. Collins did well. And the Suns are, well, under pressure now. And that was well done, Davey, to prevent them from going back inside 50. Can barely see the city from here, Pos. There's a lot of mist in the air.
It's almost disappeared on us.
Yeah, foggy as Riley hacks it forward. Proud up to meet it. Only option was Farrer, and he did well to hit him up. He's going to have to hold this up or possibly go backwards. Plenty of red jumpers getting back in the hole. Looking to set it up, but no one home. And Thomas again will relieve.
Called to go. He wanted to go across goal. Decided to go shorter still. Handball. 1-2. Suns work it out by hand. There's a whistle off the ball. The advantage will be paid through Collins. They get it to centre wing. They're yet to kick the footy and they're at half forward. They'll keep going. This is the important kick inside 50. All by himself is Coulson. Takes the mark. 45 out directly in front. He looked very closely at going to Evans, but he's directly in front. Good ball movement for the Suns from one end to the other. Just a chain of handballs, forward handballs. You know, that's the game style these days.
Jeez, it looks good when it works, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and it worked perfectly. Now they've got to finish. Coulson gives that one plenty of air. Is it bending back enough? The ball might be still in play. It's a point. Actually hit the post in the end. So there's a blood rule as well, I believe, and gives a chance for players to set up before this kick in. 4-point margin in favour of the Suns into time on.
So Sard looking wide. Well, either Hollins or Camporeale, and in the end, he kind of got neither. Holman onto the loose footy. Little dinky kick inside 50. Rogers is good in these situations. Looking for Ugelhagen, not quite. Carlton defence frantically trying to mop things up, and in the end, out of bounds. Probably not a bad result. So Jepson and Hollins still the leading ball winners on the ground for either side. 14 and 13 respectively. Respectively, I should say. Sexton 12. Boyd, Camporeale, and Rogers all have 11 apiece. As Witt, with strength out of the ruck, just falls short and pay up. Unable to hang on.
I'd love to see Rogers take the shot on goal then. He tried to hit up Ugelhagen on the lead. I think he was well within his rights to have the shot then. Hollins has it in the back pocket. Asks Camporeale to come up to him, and he did. Found him on the defensive 50. He goes low and finds Flynn Riley, still on the half-back line. Handball back to Campo. Took a bounce as well. Once Hollins ran onto it, he had to go forward to Gresham. It was wrapped up immediately. Somehow got boot on it. Campo kept on going. And now the Suns, through Holman, can get it over the top in the middle of the ground. Thomas was the next one in line. He went without it. Coming through Charleston at ground level. They're able to lock this one up, Carlton. The Suns were away. If Thomas could get both hands to it, he just overran it. We'll have a ball up inside the centre square. Riley and Witts. Probably a 0-0 draw as the ball is just kicked into space here. Closey gathers. He sends a high ball. Williams has to backtrack. Doing well at ground level there was Chapman. He had a couple to beat. Camporelli, umpire blindsided, probably lucky to get away with that one. We'll have a boundary thrown at the interchange gates.
Yeah, had it for a while. And
he's thinking it might be the lasso.
Yeah, well, he seems to think it's his ball. But not to be. As Alwyn Davies had his head bandaged up and will be ready to come back out there. Riley and Witts in the ruck. Directed down by Witts in the direction of Maine. Good tackling pressure from the Blues. And it'll be thrown up.
A couple of times they've just missed that one handball, or they've handballed it to a player under immediate pressure. If they can fix that up, the scoring should open up for them as well.
They always seem to have the overlap, the Suns. But Carlton's pressure good enough to close that down the last couple of occasions. Holman happy to take it over and out. So approaching halftime, a 3-goal-1 term. 1-4 for the Suns to 3 straight for the Blues in quarter number 2. 11 AFL listed Blues, 16 for the Suns. Ahead of the AFL clash between these two sides at Marvel Stadium, kicking off later this afternoon. Davies was given plenty of time by the umpire, and Camporelli with the tackle on him. We've had a bit of everything. We've had dry conditions. We've had wet weather footy at times as well. Evans had it too long. And Harry Charlson will receive the free kick. 21 disposals for him last week as he pushes for an AFL debut at some stage. Up and under. Witt's underneath it. Dropped one he'd usually take. And then Jepson was dumped into the turf.
It's a bit of a nothing kick, and he probably could have taken that one on the chest in the end because it was uncontested.
Yeah. Didn't realise there was no one there with him, Big Witsy. Camporelli shovels it out, but straight to Davies, who gets boot to ball. Jai Farah one-on-one, and now he's got Jamara one-on-one inside 50. Harvey takes the front position, but Ugelhagen uses the body to perfection.
How about that? That's not easy to do. Just stop. And the ball was almost in his hands when he's actually bumped. He was off balance when he took that mark above his head. That was some unbelievable body work by Jamara.
Well, he's on today, no doubt about that. And when Jamara Ugelhagen is on, it is a thing to behold, but that kick, not his best effort in difficult conditions.
It's that misty, annoying rain.
Yeah.
It is not heavy. It's light enough to make it a slippery ground and a slippery ball. And there's no wind either, so...
And the CBD has officially disappeared.
It's gone, yep.
We're what, a K out?
Yeah, about
2?
That, yeah. It's with no breeze as well. It could just hang around for the day as Witts comes in and intercepts that one on his chest. He'll go backwards. Find Closey. He goes very short, dangerous. Chop of the arm. Free kick will go the way of Jepson. It's an interesting choice to go by Closey. Now Witts still by himself. Takes the mark. Closey offers the handball receiver over the top, and they got some numbers on. First one is Cheetahs, who pops it to the top of the goal square. Who are the Flyers? No one able to take the mark at ground level. Might have squeezed through there, Dick Goulburn, and misses just.
I like the way Lockie Goulburn goes about it. 8 AFL games this year. Has missed the last couple of weeks with a hand injury. Back out there today.
1-5 now this term for the Suns.
Missed some opportunities. Camporelli long up the guts. Graham with the spoil. And Thomas has given away a free kick for a high tackle. Ison takes the advantage. Everyone had stopped, and Howard's all on his own. So that's the second time now that Ison has found Howard, and it's resulted in a goal. And the late in, Tom Howard is thinking, how good is this? I've got a couple.
Back within a point now of the Blues. Bad kicking has come back to bite the Suns a little bit in this term. But everyone stopped on the ground except Jack Ison.
Yep. So it's interesting that the advantage is allowed in that situation. Of course, it really comes down to the discretion of the umpire most of the time. So clearly, umpire decided that Ison could go on with it. And Tom Howard, who's just 22 years old out of St. Paul's McKinnon in the Southern Footy League, has got 2 goals next to his name.
Also, like from Ison, he could have had the shot on goal. 50 out, he probably would have drilled it as well, but did the team thing. Hit up Howard as the Blues go forward again. They could be in front in a moment. Some nice work there from O'Keefe. Inside 50, Mark dropped. Little handball came out. The Suns can get back in numbers. Graham, first one there. Now Main, the only goal for the Suns in this second term. Down the line, Noble with some good defensive work there. Had a couple of beat. Williams in trouble. And the halftime siren sounds. And we've got a good game on our hands. It's a 1-point margin in favour of the Suns, 5-9-39. To the Blues, 6-2-38.
Well, it's been all about Jamara Ugle-Hagan so far in this one. He's got 2 goals for the Suns and has been one of the best players on the ground. Goulburn, Main and Cheetahs each with a goal. Davey and Howard each have 2 for the Blues. Gresham and Logan, the single goal kickers. Ben Jepson and Ollie Hollins each with 15 disposals, the most on the ground. Ben Camporeale, 14. Closey, 13. Holman and Sexton each have 12. We'll go to a break here at halftime on afl.com.au and the AFL Live official app. It is the Suns leading the Blues by a point.
Thanks for tuning in, people. What are your thoughts? Comment. Call in. There's a link in the chat. /comments. Ooh. Not like that in Hobart. It's a blue sunny sky where I am. Yeah, so much better quarter by the Blues this one. The second one, pointing down at the moment. Anyone got anything? What are your thoughts? There we go, 6-2-38 to 5-9-39. If you enjoy a place like the stream, and if you're interested in more of these, I'm doing next week and the week after, and for a while, please subscribe. And please also comment or call in. What do you think of the game? $6-2-38 Carlton, 5-9-39 Gold Coast. VFL Live. Thanks to the AFL for letting us stream this on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry. Make a comment and let us know what you think with the game so far. Ready. I think that's right. Said nice and no right foot. Left all the way there, obviously. Anyone else got anything? Leave a comment. Please like and subscribe and all the wonderful things that need to happen. We're not sure how long half-time goes for the VFL. Yeah. 2 weeks time I'm doing a live stream from North Hobart over Tasmania versus Carlton in the VFLW. That was my Brett Croswell's birthday. Recorded him on the live stream at some point, but hey, don't know how you contact him. I might as well go back into this K-minutes where just as the second quarter was about to start, what do you think of David Bóng? What do you think of the Eagles' performance so far in the VFL? Well, yeah, they're doing better than the Gold Coast Suns, except for today. They obviously was in front, but yeah. I think they're doing better than expected, to be honest. Really haven't got anything else. So please comment. Colleague, there's a link in the chat. Anyway, I tried this in trying to go. Has anyone tried the violet crumble brownies? I bought them at Boys the other day. They only got a host, so I love violet crumble. I also bought the cookies as well. I'm going to do the brownies just this afternoon between this game and the AFL game. Become a baker for an hour. Well, it says on the packet that it's 10 minutes to prepare and 17 to 23 minutes to bake. So, that's about half an hour all up. I reckon I'll give it an hour, so that's all okay to do. Has anyone tried them? Let me know. Are they any good? I reckon they are, because they're violet crumble. So, it's the way it chatters and matters. No, I'm not getting sponsored by them either. If anyone's watching them, it's always like we're like, yeah. Robert Ben's Australia Patriotically. Robert Ben's Australia Patriotically. Yeah. I'll have to get onto them and ask them to be a sponsor. So, hey, product placement. Anyway, because I'm just talking about this because I don't know what else to talk about. Okay, that's something I could show. I could do a show and tell. I have a 3D printer on for like that. And if you have a look at it on sideways, it says Go Blues, and that way it's the CFC. It's a bit dirty, unfortunately. Excuse me, your messy. I might do that as well. I'm currently doing an upgrade as well on my 3D printer, so I can do 4-colour printing. So this one I'll be able to do have the CFC bit navy. And I'm going to do it the other way around and have the blue background and the white CFC. And possibly the same with the other one, have it half and half. I could figure out and get on with my upgrade for my 3D printer. So, hey, anyway, if you're interested in one, let me know and I'll make one and send it along to you if you like. Either one or both. I'll put my email address in the chat, and you can email me your details if you like. Okay. I have just put my email address in the. Oh gosh, I might have to edit this. I might let me edit this. We'd have to. Delete the comment and start it again. So I missed out a character in the email address. Dead and lost. I'll put the other one in anyway. If you are interested in either of these, I have put an email in the comment/chat. Please email me your whether you're interested or not, I'll let you know on how to pay and all that. $10 or $5 or both for $12.50. Plus postage, obviously, Tory was the stamps would cost $3.70, so I'll charge you. Not $3.40, so I'll charge you $3.50. If you're interested, please decide. Possibly not far away. We've got some players on field. Thanks for tuning in. If you like the stream, please like the video. If you're interested, could you watch along? Please subscribe to the channel. Please comment even. It all helps the algorithm.
Gold Coast leading Carlton by 1 point as we welcome you back to IKON Park here in Carlton. The weather's cleared up. The city is visible once again, and the skies somewhat blue. Rain can hold off for this second half, but we've got a good one on our hands. 5-9-39, the Suns. 6-2-38, Carlton. If you just joined us, the Suns led it by 19 points early in the second, but the Blues kicked the last 3 goals, in fact 4 goals, I should say, of the second half to lead it, to trail it by a point. Jamari Ugle-Hagan has been impressive so far.
Back in the middle, the Suns are going to go forward immediately to the top of the goal square. Gets out the back. There's a free kick. Sard's got the long sleeves on now, and the Suns, through Noble, going to get a free kick to kick off the third term, about 3 metres out on a tight angle. As we said off the top, it's an important game for Carlton.
Yep.
Essendon are currently 25 points up over Box Hill, so that pushes them up to 7th. Carlton haven't moved. They're on 12th, but Coburg have now dropped out of the top 10, yet to play this weekend. So, important match for the Blues. Noble to kick things off the right way for the Suns, slams it into the post. Just went the drop punt from there. You normally see them go around the corner. Might not be in his repertoire.
That's a long ball drop at 206 centimetres as Boyd hugs the boundary line with the kick, and in fact, the kick was too far wide. So it's coming straight back in. Farah, just a bit too tall for him. Davies extracts, but not before the umpire could blow his whistle.
So it has cleared up over halftime, as you said, Peps. It doesn't look to be raining. It is cold and a little bit of blue sky.
Here's Chapman round the corner. Hollands dropped a sitter, and now he's in trouble. Farah got him, and he didn't get boot to ball, but the umpire pretty lenient there. So it's a 2-point Sun lead. They kicked 1-6 in the second term. So 4 goals straight. Jepson 16 disposals, Hollands 15, Camporeale 14, Closey 13, Jordan Boyd, Nick Holman, Jake Rogers and Alex Sexton all have 12. And I think what's most impressive from a Gold Coast perspective so far is they've really struggled defensively this season. They've given up 120 plus points in 4 of their last 6 games, but barring a big run from Carlton, then nowhere near that at the moment. Rogers has been busy today, as we just mentioned, but couldn't keep it in.
They've only given up 8 shots on goal so far. They've had 15 themselves, so they've had twice as many, so not really getting the return for effort at the moment. Just the 2-point margin could quite easily have been a 3 or 4 goal lead at halftime. Repeat stoppage inside 50 for the Suns. Noble and Riley do the ruck work. Comes out to Riley, wants his left boot and clears it out. Wits that kick behind play. It might come to him. Just was a little bit too low for him, so he had to get the tackle in. Jepson looking for Jamaru, stuck one mid out. Sticking with that match up there with Harvey, and we're back out of bounds. We'll have another boundary throw-in. So the payer matchup lasted the first term. Dane Harvey had it in the second term, and they're staying with that. Looks like payers on Farah now at the top of the goal square. Once again, Noble and Riley to contest the ruck battle. Noble gets front position. It did drop. He couldn't take it. Rule got it to Payer, who just fumbled, and then happy to see it across for a rush behind. 5:11:41 to 6:2:38.
The ball living in the Suns' forward half to start the second half. Is Sard. Will he take it on? Instead goes more conservatively. Payer, the tall timber there, but drops to Bell. Sexton flicks it back to Colson, and the lateral kick is good for Jepson. Caleb Graham, who hasn't played an AFL game since 2022. Avery Thomas. Out wide. Rogers. One way then the other. Then tried to shape the kick for Thomas, but had too much on it. Williams there to intervene defensively. Logan working hard on the ground, but can't maintain control of it. Now into attack. Farah up against the boundary line, and in fact, the kick had too much on it.
Good pressure again. Hollands will take the free kick here. Saw it in the second term, just some handballs, some kicks, just missing the target.
Yep.
Bringing that pressure on there, and it happened again. Thomas unable to take the mark, and it invited the pressure from Zach Williams. Hollands goes long. At ground level, Warburton. In there is O'Keefe. Oh, somehow came out to Graham. He got it to Wits, and now Jamara just with the one hand like it was a dry footy. Ball was partially smothered. Jepson, clean, gave it off. Davies went straight through his hands. Camporeale gave it to Williams, and now Sard. He's running around in circles, has enough pace to get back onto his left, take a bounce, and send it out wide to Flynn Riley. Down the line, hung in the air to Long and thumped across the line. We'll have a boundary thrown forward to the centre wing for the Suns.
Winning the territory battle in the opening 6 minutes of quarter number 3. Yet to make it count on the scoreboard, though. We've got Noble and Farah playing as the deepest forwards inside 50. Both size mismatches there, with Payer standing next to Noble and Sard with Farah. So if they can get it in quickly, they might be a chance, the Suns. Whenever running it was Rogers. Carlton's hands were good in tight. Harvey to Payer. Wants to bring it out the broadcast side. It's going to have to take on some risk, though, and too much risk. Split his teammates and found Thomas.
He had nothing to go to. He was already heading this way, and it was just a really poorly executed kick.
Sets it up. Ugelhagen unable to get to this contest. Noble misread the flight of the ball, and it's through for a behind.
10 more inside 50s for the Suns. 16 more hit-outs. 3 more clearances. They're dominating around the ground at the moment, just not on the scoreboard.
Yeah, keeping the Blues in it.
Boyd to bring it in for the Blues. Broadcast side is the direction. He runs his full measure, looking for Riley, who's got wits for company. Over the back. Went without it there, did Cookson. Hollins came in. He was brought down. In trouble now is Jepson. Brought down by Farah. Ball up at the interchange gates. A few plays on and off right now. Riley probably won it down. Jepson couldn't reel it in, just tapped it forward and across the line. We'll have another boundary throw in. Evans happy to see it over. So the rain is cleared for the moment. We can see the city again. We can see some blue sky, which is what we like. That boundary throwing went on a 45-degree angle and dropped about 5 metres short. We'll have to do it again.
Might still be windy out there, Poz.
There could be a bit of a breeze, although I'm looking at the trees. I'm not sure if it's an oil painting or
that's
they're
that
real
side
or
of that side of the ground, Poz. Over here, you know.
Got the grandstand to protect us.
Yeah, we'll give the umpire some slack.
Absolutely. it'll still be a wet ball. The grass will be wet.
Yeah, that's it.
Wits down to Rogers, and now they're away through Evans. That one went straight up. Dangerous kick as well. That's a good mark in the end for Harvey in front of Jamara Ugelhagen. He goes very short and finds Sammartino.
Pops a short to Hollins. Disposal number 18 coming up. In the direction of O'Keefe, who's able to get a run and jump at it. Did well on the ground to Camporeale, whose centering kick is to a dangerous spot. But dropping back defensively in the hole is Asher Eastham.
It's a great mark.
Certainly was. Drafted at pick 17 in the rookie draft a couple of years ago. Out of the Gippsland Power and Hayfield in country Victoria. Sard pops it back to Payer. Laterally for Harvey. He's 21 years old, Dane Harvey. 198 centimetres, old Scotch, his local club. Charleston had a fumble, but plenty of time to recover. Now Williams has a bit of time and space. He can take a bounce if he wants. Drives it long. Caught behind there is Prouts. Did well in the initial contest, but no Carlton forwards there at ground level, and the Suns will repel. Here's Jamara Ugelhagen a long way from home.
He gives the handball off and they can run through numbers. They get it to centre wing. Hill. Handball off to Thomas. The forward handball chain again. Sard interrupts it. May have given away the free kick for a hold. He has. Once again, Kessler was all by himself inside forward 50. Every time he has been, there's been a hold-up in play and hasn't been able to get on the end of it.
Yeah, they like to get him on the break, don't they?
He just runs straight through unattended. Rule has gone and manned him up now. Short, no good. Jamara can clean up the mess that was made. Rogers now goes in there. Ball spills out. Holman has it, running around in circles. Gives the handball off. It's a long, high ball to the top of the goal square. Witts is in there. Out the back, Rule for Carlton. It was smothered into the post. And another behind for the Suns. Down to 5 points now.
Yeah, they're doing it the long way. Sammartino, another ex-Box Hill Hawk. To Charlson. Doesn't have a lot to kick to. So he goes backwards for Boyd. 22 touches for him a couple of weeks ago for the Blues. Coming off a 23-point win against Box Hill 2 weeks ago. Had the bye last week. And now a chance for Gresham, who's off and running. Riley the target. Witts did well to intervene late. Almost won himself the ground ball as well. Witts. Now he's got O'Keefe to contend with, and it'll be a stalemate. Suns, on the other hand, 28-point defeat to Footscray at home. Tackle laid there by Farah. 2 wins this season for the Suns. They've come against St Kilda and Brisbane. One of those games in Victoria. Holman just slams it on the boots and turns it over.
We'll get another crack at Brisbane again in a couple of weeks' time through the Suns. So an opportunity for another win. It's a team they've already beaten this year. Harvey has it in the middle of IKON Park. He can go out wide to Sard. Wanted to go inboard, thought better of it. Rule now in front of the interchange gates. He's got a player on in the middle. It was an awful kick. Made it really hard for Warburton to mark, and he didn't, but he had enough time to clean up, and now finds Charlson half forward. Slow build up for the Blues. Little pocket of space opens up for Cookson, who copped one across the head from Thomas. It was a real roundhouse as well. It might be... The umpire was about to give him a 50-metre penalty as well, but he'll come back to Cookson, 55 from home. Gresham offered the lead into the pocket. Instead, he goes to the top of the goal square. Riley the target, surrounded by Red Guernseys. Holman brings him down, and a ball up. About 30 out directly in front of the Blues goal.
5-point Suns lead. No majors so far in quarter number 3. 14 minutes in.
So Saab loose, as is Boyd. So there's a couple of extra numbers inside defensive 50 here for the Suns.
Holland's trying to get onto the loose footy. Instead forced to apply the defensive pressure. Suns led it by 13 at quarter time and by 1 at the halftime break. They've added 4 behinds to their total. No score for Carlton in the third term. Repeat stoppages inside 50 for the Blues. Warburton left it behind. Eventually the Suns able to exit the back of the contest. Jepson fumble and it'll be thrown back in. It's a great story. Ben Jepson was dominating for Coburg in the VFL, then took a chance, moved up to Queensland, played for Southport for a year, and the next year he was on the Suns AFL list. Of course, an old Kerry grammar boy, famously played with Nick Dacos, Matt Rowell and Noah Anderson in their first 18 at Kerry Grammar. Pretty formidable lineup in school footy, no doubt.
Team would have gone all right, I reckon.
Yep, no doubt about that. As we've got a free kick here. Williams dived on top of the footy. And it's Holman.
What minded he's going today, Nick Holman?
He's returned from injury, looking to work his way back into that AFL lineup. He's put together a good career, Nick Holman, after being delisted from the Blues in his first AFL opportunity. He's put together 153 AFL games now. He's 31 years old. You can certainly be proud of what he's done over the course of his career. Was a terrific pressure forward at AFL level at his best. Cookson has taken over the line.
And he's been in the AFL team this year, has Nick Holman as well for the Suns, and he just provides a little bit of hardness around the ball. He can hit the scoreboard, as you said. He's had 14 disposals this afternoon. On the boundary throw-in, not much happening in his third term so far. O'Keefe, ground level, there's a free kick. Advantage will be paid to Davies. Got a couple. Sold some hand candy. Gave it off. Lowered the eyes. No mark taken. Goal square. It's going to be a goal. It's come off the boot here of Prout. I reckon it came off the studs of his boot. And the Blues, they hit the lead. 7-2-44 to 5-13-43. They kicked the first of the third term. It's taken all of about 16 odd minutes, 18 minutes in fact, for the first major of this third term.
That's now 5 straight goals for the Blues. So they're putting together a good run here. The Suns led it by 19 early in the second term, if you just joined us, after an Isaac Main goal. But since then, in terms of the scoring, it's been all Carlton. In general play, it's been somewhat dominated by the Suns even at times, but
they've evened up the inside 50s now. They're only 6 behind in that. I think they were near on 10 behind earlier in this term.
Davies with the clearance. Charleston did well defensively in the one-on-one against Jimmy Cheetahs. All spills free. Here's Cheetahs getting involved now offensively. Top of the square, Ugle-Hagen caught behind Harvey, who's able to fist it through.
10 straight behinds.
Wow.
The Suns have kicked. You can now make that 11. That's including rush behinds, but they have struggled in front of goal from the second term onwards. A long kick going up uncontested. Will take the easy mark is Farah for the Blues, and he's called to go. Took a step off the mark. Goes short inboard to Charleston, who'll go across goal or across the ground to Payer. Still on the half-back line. There's Boyd at centre-half back. That's not 15. Out all by himself is Sammartino. Eventually picked it up. Sends it inside forward 50. Suns get back in numbers. No mark taken. Comes out here to Closey, who handballs it to Davies. He's fumbled as well at the wrong time. Davey handed pick up. Gave the ball off. A flying shot on goal there from Warburton. Slides at home. And the Blues out to a 6-point margin now. 8-2-50 to 5-14-44. They're doing all the attacking. And a nice finish there from Oliver Warburton.
And that's 6 in a row now for the Blues. So despite the Suns' best efforts, poor goal kicking and some rush behinds have opened the door for the Blues, and they've barged on in. 19 scores to 10. I won't say scoring shots because a lot of those have been rush behinds, but still. They've left a few out there, have the Gold Coast Suns. And for a team that's bottom of the ladder with only 2 wins, let's see how they can respond. 16 AFL listed Suns out there. That's a good start. No ball inside 50. Difficult one to handle, but not for Jamara. Gives off the handball. It's a hospital handball, though. Extracted initially by Goulburn, and now a free kick given away. So it looked promising there for the Suns momentarily, but you have to give the Blues a lot of credit. They've been able to withstand the Gold Coast challenge, and Momentum really shifting in their favour now. Harry Charlson looking for Payer. Chapman was there to provide a contest. Closey up against the boundary line. Ollie Holland's 19 disposals, so too Jepson.
I will say, I think Jamara Ugle-Hagen's possibly been the cleanest player on the ground at the moment. He's not fumbling anything. It's one take, and we saw it there as well. The handball might not have been the right option, but we've seen him grab him with one hand throughout the day as well.
He provided a touch of class on a sometimes dreary day as Evans goes in his direction. Locked in the one-on-one with Harvey. Had a big piece of it, did Ugle-Hagen. Mopping up his Payer. Sammartino trying to find answers, the Blues, but they won't find one there.
Going to go inside 50 through Chapman of the Suns. Not just yet. We'll go to Holman first. Holman from the top of 50 to the top of the goal square. Out the back, there's no mark taken. Farah dragged down by Payer. And the umpire says, holding the ball, free kick will go the way of Sam Payer. Made no attempt to get rid of it. Oh, needs to be careful there, Sam Payer. He sends a long ball. Witts goes up. He couldn't get hands on it. Holman at ground level. Keeps the ball in front of him. Davies got in his way. Thomas goes in. Ball spills out. Back to Holman. Eventually the Blues get some numbers and they can send the ball forward to centre wing. Ison has to sit underneath it. Fisted away from him. He goes back. Davies for company. Davies with a big tackle on Warburton. We'll have the ball up half forward, just forward to centre wing for the Suns.
Got to give some of these Carlton VFL listed defenders a lot of credit for the way they've been able to hold Jamara Ugle-Hagen and some of the Suns forwards over the last 15 minutes or so.
Sexton inside forward 50. Payer will be the one that flies from the back. He got both hands on it. Ball out the front. Handball out looking for Sexton. Ison came through. Paddled it forward. Warburton. There's a whistle. A free kick. It's going to go the way of Carlton here at centre half back.
So it's Charlson with it. Chips it wide to Boyd. Usually a good ball user. Ison provides a target. Suns have gotten back in numbers. Ison will back his foot skills, though, to pick out a target. Instead, he just goes safe to Charlson. Now the switch is on to Payer. Does this open up the ground a little bit for the Blues? He goes to the top of the square. Riley's there. The Suns defense able to deal with the initial contest, but maybe in some trouble now on the ground. Gresham was involved, so too Warburton, but it's coughed up. Trying to keep it alive there is Hollands for the Blues. He's brought to ground by Asher Easton. Somehow extracted. Clever tap on there by Avery Thomas, and they're going forward, the Suns. Somehow Rogers just off the bench. Pops it short. Ugle-Hagen wants it in the pocket from Goulburn, and that's where the kick goes, but he's dropped the chest mark. Hollands and Boyd did just enough getting back. Now Ugle-Hagen wants to try and make up for his mistake. Can't do so there. And we'll have it thrown up. So, a couple of errors there from both sides, really.
That's what happens when you say he's been the cleanest player.
Yeah, well, that's it.
On the ground, dropped the easiest of the lot.
Can't give him too much praise as Holman around the body misses.
That might be
So what's that, 12
or 13 straight behinds now, including rushed.
So 2 goals.
Yep. 5 points adrift of the Blues with Boyd, who has ball in hand to bring it in. The target will be long towards Riley. Rule is also there. He doesn't fly in the end, stays down. Payer taking a big tackle immediately. There was a big groan as well. Witts swings onto the left, back inside forward 50. Farah flies, can't take the mark. Ugelhagen, that's how clean he is. Swings onto the right. They need to kick it. It's drifting. It's through. He loves it. The Suns love it, and he's got 3. And they're back in front by a point.
Well, dropped a sitter just before, and then he goes around on the non-preferred this time and drills it and kicks the Suns' first goal since the 4-minute mark of the second term to give them back the lead.
Farah went up for the Suns, came to ground level, and we just saw how clean he was at ground level, Ugelhagen. And just the ability to go into your non-preferred and pop it through from 40. Just brought it back nicely.
I have to admit, Poz, I was watching Payer and Goldman go at it behind the footy, so that was as soon as Goldman tackled Payer, I think that was the groan that you heard.
I didn't know if it was someone on the bench or it was
and then as soon as the tackle happened, Payer just turned around and they got into the wrestle. So here's Sammartino for the Blues, conceding a goal for the first time since early in the second. Carlton looking to hit back. Holland's inside 50. Davey did well. Got the handball off to Farah, who misses everything. So Caleb Graham to bring it back into play. He's stuck for options. So we just put it to a spot. And leading into that space in the end was Goldman. And the Suns look to exit D50. Cooper Bell out of the Giants Academy, drafted by the Suns. Well-weighted ball for Farah. Now Jamara's off the ground, so they're going to have to find a different avenue here. And they've done so via the leading target there in Goldman.
They worked it well because the only target that was leading to the goal square was Nick Holman, and he had 2 defenders on him. So the fact that they didn't just blaze away, took some time, lowered the eyes, found a target inside 50.
So Lockie Goldman, Academy products, back from a hand issue that has caused him to miss the last couple of games. Difficult shot, and it proves as such as he misses everything.
Charleston to bring it in for the Blues. Biggest lead's been 19 points, I think, today in favour of the Suns. He goes long, perfectly weighted kick, and finds the target in Farah. Half-back line. Here is Liam Farah. He goes long down the line. Double fist across the line from Collins. There's a whistle and a free kick. It's going to come back to Collins here. Mostly, if you can get 2 hands to it to spoil it, take the mark. But I'm not out there. I don't have 110 kilo blokes running at me. So they'll work it across the half-back line here. Jepson first in line. Needs to be careful here. Closey will take it on the defensive 50. Rogers offered the lead and was ignored. He's looking to go more inboard. That's the direction he goes. That's dangerous. Thomas did well. He had 2 to compete with at ground level. Ison with the handball to Logan. They'll go inside 50 here, out on the lead. Perfectly weighted kick. Finds his target in Farah. About 30 out on a 45-degree angle. And off the boot of Charleston. Pulled the trigger, not sure it was on to Thomas. And Ison there to clean up for the Blues. Let's get back in front by 5 points, closing in on 3/4 time. We're just ticked over 30 minutes. There's no wind. And on the 3/4 time siren, Farah splits the middle, and the Blues will take a 5-point lead into 3/4 time. Every player on the ground for Carlton get around Liam Farah. And a 5-point margin. We've got a good game on our hands. It should be a close finish as well.
They've kicked 7 of the last 9 goals. The Blues to lead it by 5 points at three-quarter time. Davey and Howard each have 2 goals for Carlton. Jamari Ugle-Hagen's got 3 for the Suns. Ben Jepson, 21 disposals. Jordan Boyd and Ben Camporeale each have 20 for the Blues. Holland's 19. Closey also 19. As we turn for home here at IKON Park, it is the Blues leading the Suns by 5 points. 1 quarter to go at IKON Park. And it is the Blues, 9-2-56, leading the Suns, 6-15-51. Michael Pepicelli and Travis Posnahowski with you on afl.com.au and the AFL Live official app.
5-point ball game. Carlton season's still very much alive. The Suns is done and dusted, but they can make an impact here as they go forward through Rogers and misses his target in Noble, and Payer picks it off.
He's had a good game, Payer, since being relieved of the job on Jamara.
Yes, he has. Some intercept marks, crushing packs as well. Hollins goes short to Sard, who's back in the sleeveless. The Sun's out. He went left, right, found Hollins by hand. Looking for that wide, perfectly weighted kick, found him on the chest on centre wing. Boyd running past, wants the handball receive, looking inside forward 50. Ison, I'm not sure it was meant for him, but he just floated across and took the intercept mark. He could just about load up from here, I reckon.
Yep.
He's not going to, though. He's going to go to the hot spot. O'Keefe, the target, hasn't been able to get his hands on it all afternoon. Williams, big tackle, and we'll have a stoppage inside 50 for the Blues.
Yeah, you're right there, Pos. I reckon Ison would have been every chance from there.
Inside 50, Rogers, clean, by hand, Closey. His teammate under pressure in Jepson. He's dragged down. We'll have another ball up and another stoppage.
So just 2 goals for the Suns since quarter time. They have kicked 12 behinds in that time. Well, a few of those have been rushed. So they haven't all been kicked by the Suns, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, we had a look. Of their 15 behind, 6 have been rushed in fairness. They're just not getting shots on goal close to goal.
They have missed a couple along the way as well, but you're right. A lot of those in-between kicks going inside 50 that are too short to be a shot, but too long to be a set-up kick, and those have played a part in those 6 rush behinds, no doubt. But that said, they only trail it by 5 points. Carlton, on the other hand, have been remarkably accurate. They've kicked 7 goals straight since quarter time. Here's Rogers. Plenty of the footy today. That not his best effort, though, as Logan able to intercept. He's done some nice things, Logan, on that outer wing. Been patrolling that side of the ground in particular. Now Boyd, usually a lovely long kick of the ball, does just that, and it got over everyone's head. Farah probably wasn't expecting it. Camporeale, difficult snap from up against the boundary line and misses everything by some way.
Yeah, I don't think Farah was expecting to get both hands to it, uncontested as well. Graham will bring it in. Have to dump this one long. There's a whistle. The player down. I saw Sam Payer getting back up. I'm not sure whether he was the one that gave away the free kick or not. In fact, it might be going... No, it's going to a different player. Wicks went to take it. And come back to Jai Farah on that half-back line. So they're able to gain 50 metres there with the Suns, and Farah can wheel around onto his right. Noble floated across. Rogers tries to shrug the Ollie Hollins tackle, going nowhere. And Hollins wins himself the free kick inside the centre square. Here the calls a volley. He ignores them all. Goes out very wide to Logan. And on centre wing. Now Ison offers up the lead. Find someone inside forward 50. Inside. Oh, Farah's got 2 hands to it again and dropped it. Comes out to Holman. And now Sexton gives it off to Thomas. He's got nothing to kick to, so he just pops it to grass. Makes it someone else's problem. Charleston back with the flight, takes the mark.
And nothing Chapman could do about that is aggressive kick from Charleston. Fist came defensively from the Suns. Hollins gets to the ground ball first, and Ugle-Hagen too high on the tackle. Lost his headband, did Hollins. Finds Camporeale, who's also wearing a headband. Over the head of Farah. And now Sexton can send the Suns forward. In fact, that was Main. Off hands, Sammartino. Jamara again attempting to tackle. Just evaded him, did Sammartino. And here's Farah. Liam Farah this is. Long lead offered from Logan Prout. Kicked a goal in that third term. Sammartino. Now Ison. Sard wants it on the broadcast side of the ground, but Ison looking to go more direct than that. In fact, on the run, you'd almost give him a chance. Even from the shot, you'd give him a chance. But he hit the post. Jeez, it is a joy watching him kick the ball.
He fooled everyone because at no point did he ever look like he was going to have the shot on goal, and it just opened up a little bit for him. Back pocket, Closey has it. Long kick down the line. Noble will fly. Didn't take the mark. Holland's at ground level. Sard gathers. Just got put on Thomas. He's picked off by Camporeale and will have a ball up on the half-forward line. 6-point margin. Much closer than maybe what we thought coming into this game. 12th versus 22nd. Blues can make their way into the top 10 should results go their way this weekend. Camporeale will take the free kick. Live Ladder has them sitting in 11th at the moment. Camporeale goes long, top of the goal square. Rain spilt the mark. They can work it out by hand. Sexton picks up the line. Holman the target, which isn't going to get there. So Holman went the punch into a dangerous spot. Charleston just tapped it to Riley. Socketed off the ground. All of this on the half-forward line. Charleston goes back in. Dragged off it. A handball comes out. Davey just socketed into space. It was clever to Williams. He's got Logan on. Misses the target. He has to go back and gather. Just taps it in front of him and eventually finds the boundary line inside forward 50.
Well done, Cooper Bell there. Left his man to make it difficult for Taj Logan to gather the ball and did it well. Took on the risk, but the reward was there for him in forcing the stoppage. So thrown back in. Rogers. Handball to a voice that wasn't there. Hollins will see it over and out. 23 touches for Ollie Hollins today. 7 tackles as well. Ben Camporeale, 24 touches. 5 clearances. Boyd, 22. Closey, 22 for the Suns. Jepson, 21. And Rogers, 20. Holman's worked his way up to 19 as well. Danger times here for the Suns defenders. Well, Farrell just wasn't able to bend down and pick it up. Spills out to Howard, who's already got a couple goals on the day, and Asher Eastham opts for safety first.
7-point margin, 8.5 into the last. Suns have kicked 2 goals, 12 in the last 2 quarters. Can they find a major? Long kick down the line. Noble was sport by Wits in the end. Davies comes in with Rule. Davies in there. Davies eventually extracts it through Thomas, who just handballs it straight to Davey. And Elwyn goes inside forward 50. O'Keefe at ground level has barely seen it all day. Gets wrapped up, holding the ball, gone. Suns will take the free kick inside their defensive 50. Closey has it. This is the kick they're struggling with at the moment. He's in a couple of minds, so Sexton by hand and then Thomas on the half-back line.
Well, when you're struggling with the kick, handball it instead. Here's Eastham. Even number contest up the line. However, Wits went to ground, which allowed his opponent Payer to mark comfortably. Back for Williams, who's patrolled that half-back line today, to Hollins, who's been everywhere. Now Boyd. cuts it inboard to Ison. And again, we know that Ison won't be afraid to take on an aggressive kick. Somewhat safe there to Williams, but he gets it back here, Ison. Almost chased down. Sard. Wide to Duffy. The Irishman pokes it to Rule. They've worked it beyond halfway, the Blues, playing a patient style of footy. Spoil came from Noble. Ends up, though, with Gresham, who feeds it off to Duffy. Top of the square, and Farah, this time able to hang on. Outbodied Graham, a taller and more experienced player, and was able to outpoint him and outbody him and take the mark.
Patient builder, top of the goal square was a perfectly weighted kick. Just out-positioned him, as you said. Finally got one to stick. He's had a few goes in this the final term as Farah.
So Liam Farah made his VFL debut earlier this year, and that's his 14th goal of the season. And he's opened up a 13-point buffer for the Blues.
The Suns struggling to just get the ball moving forward. Trying to get it past the halfway mark. And it's a bit of a brick wall that's set up at the moment through Sam Payer, Harvey, Sard. Ison's even working his way up. Rule on the wing has been good. So the defence of the Blues standing tall when it needs to.
Joins Tom Howard and Alvin Davey on 2 goals for Carlton. Jamari Ugle-Hagan has 3 of the Suns' 6 goals.
It's 7 more scores than the Blues. Find themselves 13 points down, and we're in the middle. Noble goes up uncontested, 1 it down, but the Blues will get the clearance. Warburton, Thomas went the one hand. At ground level, just paddled it forward. Has some assistance there. It comes out to Alex Davies. He went backwards into traffic, got it back. Noble, they're going backwards here, the Suns. Jepson has some relief on the outer side of the ground. First one, Collins. Taps it forward. An unkind bounce. Yet to get it to centre wing. Eventually they do, and they get the uncontested mark. Collins kept on running. Chips it short, puts it to the feet of Witts. He's good enough to swing around on his left. I'm sure that was the intention there. But again, they get it inside forward 50. The mark has been going to be paid to Goldman. He goes to the top of the goal square. Chapman couldn't take the mark, spoiled away from him. Carlton through Sard have some numbers. Closey picks it up, gave Sard the fend off. Handball inboard to the top of the goal square. It's all Carlton. Payer dropped it, couldn't take it on the second bite. And we'll have a ball up 10 metres out from the Suns' goal. Wasn't pretty. They get the stoppage.
Well, that drop mark from Payer there was could have been costly and might still be. Chance for the Suns. Evans round the body, and he finds the middle. The Suns aren't done yet. Just their 3rd goal since quarter time, but it's enough to drag them back to within 7 points.
Well, it was a good tackle, and had numbers forward of the pack as well, or out the back, I should say. And Evans, he was the one that squared it up that Payer dropped, and he gets on the end of it. Kicks his first, back to 7. Plenty of time on the clock as well. They've got Witts playing forward at the moment on Sam Payer. Jamara out of the goal square. Harvey still manned up on him. Jai Farah in there. Got a little bit of height and some ability down there at the moment to the Suns. O'Keefe doing the ruck work. 1 it down. Came out to Warburton, went without it. Hollins sends it inside forward 50. Graham couldn't take the mark. And Farah, I thought the umpire was about to ball it up, but it spilt out. Davies has some players on. Sexton was there, and in fact it was Main. Ollie Hollins had his ball partially smothered. Now Easton Pulls the trigger inboard. The umpire in the way. Carlton getting numbers. Big tackle there by Cheetahs. And we'll have a ball up at true centre half forward here for the Blues.
Of course, spent some time on the Suns AFL. This Cheetahs has won a McGarry medal. He's been a superstar state league player for a very long time. Suns trying to work it through the corridor. Kaysler shrugs the initial tackle. Noble took some contact and took it high. Delisted by Freo with the intention of being re-rookied, but the Suns swooped at pick 4 in the rookie draft a couple years ago and made him a Sun. Sexton pushed after he kicked, so it'll be a downfield 3. Back to Cheetahs, or in fact, it's going to Sexton.
So Carlton have got to be aware. Jamara's going to be the target, surrounding him at the moment.
Plenty of Blues inside defensive 50. It's over the head of Ugle-Hagan. Gathered nicely by Davies, who then lost it. Duffy extracting the footy, then lost it. And it'll be a ball up. Hollins and Closey, each 26 disposals. Noble with the hit out. Cheetahs working in tight quarters. And it'll be thrown up once again. 7-point Carlton lead. Still plenty of time left in this one. The Suns led it by 13 at quarter time and by 1 at took the lead to lead it by 5 at 3 quarter time. Had a run of 6 in a row. At one stage, did the Blues. That was after the Suns led it by 19 early in the second term. Closey drives them into attack. Noble the target. Off hands. Davies burrowing in on the ground, trying to break free. Cheetahs does just that. Handball is intercepted. Now running the gauntlet is Payer, Williams, and can Carlton get them on the counter?
Sends it to centre wing. It's a 2-on-2. I think both will be happy to see it across the line. Perhaps certainly was. Had Closey for company. One too many handballs inside that forward 50. Cheetahs could have swung around, I think. Half forward stoppage for the Blues. Whitson and O'Keefe in the ruck. Wits assumes front position, took it out of the ruck, had time to find a handball. Charleston did well, worked his man off it, goes all the way back to Duffy, and he's going to go all the way back to Harvey to take the mark. Look to reset here, the Blues. Called to go, so just a long dumping kick down the line. Whitson, O'Keefe, Wits over the top, Williams, Davey, Charleston, all by hand, inside forward 50. It just set up a little bit too high. The Suns get numbers back. First in line is Easton. He goes out really wide, but Boyd takes the mark, could chip it over the top. Has Cookson on, 55 from home. Looks inboard. There's a lot of Gold Coast players back. So it'll be a kick to the top of the goal square. A big fist from Graham. Collins handballs it up the top. Main with for Holman. Davies is there for support. Holman went without it. Goes back in. Gives it back to Davies. Collins kept on running by hand. Oh, had his back turned to him, did Main. Went back, fetched it. Brought down by ice, and umpire will come in and ball it up. So there's a player down inside forward 50 for Carlton. Farah is the player at the top of the goal square. Let's see what happened.
It's a long way off the ball.
I just wonder whether it was in that marking contest or if it's something else, but he's back up. Looks like he's going to stay out there.
The trainers are out with him at the moment as get play restarted. And now the ball's going to head in that direction. Farah the target, one-on-one here with Graham. Good battle. Bell arrives. Help, but it's suckered through by Farah. He's got 3. I think he was.
Oh, I think a goal generally helps. Whatever it is, he still does look sore, but a goal certainly helps. How many times have we seen players go up and not kill the footy? That should have been popped into the top stand at IKON Park. And it gets out the back, and I think it's the second time today Carlton have just been able to poke one through. Back out to 13 points as we tick into time on.
Well, it'll be tough for the Suns from here. Just 3 goals since quarter time, and they're going to need probably 3 in the next 10 minutes.
Farah's going to stay out there for Carlton, so they must be all good. We're back in the middle. Riley and Witts. Witts got both hands. Riali went with it. Davies gave the fend off, and then handball out the back to a teammate who goes inside forward 50. Not sure what it was. Tried to just kick it mid-air. World Cup's done and dusted. Farah. That one is going to be a lasso if that's come off the boot, and it has. And Adam Sard maybe breathe a sigh of relief. Gives himself a free kick where the 50 meets the boundary. Looking inboard, he goes on to the right. I said I don't see it often. I've seen it twice today. And that's a lasso. Jared Witts will take the free kick at the interchange gates.
That he will. One-time skipper of the Gold Coast Suns. Finds himself down the ruck pecking order.
What do you reckon? Top 3 best ruckman in the year or so ago?
Oh, he definitely would have been thereabouts. See, his run over the last, or really since arrival at the Gold Coast, it's been terrific. Collins looking for, not quite finding Chap. Suns need a goal and they need one quickly. Davies left it behind. Carlton trying to work through the wave of Suns pressure. They turn it over. Comes out. Holman. Snap. Behind. Dare I say, Pos, maybe a handy point if we're going to play that game.
Up to 12 points. Sard to bring it in. We've seen a few hit the post today.
We have.
Adam Sard takes a bounce after a step. Witts has prime position. Out the back is Closey. Clean it up. Thomas. Inside forward 50. Ugle-Hagan won't get there. They both sort of looked at each other. They paid the mark. I'm not 100% sure it was, but it's going to be paid regardless to Jimmy Cheetahs. 45 from home. Ugle-Hagan on the lead in the pocket. Will get it. And he's on his favoured left boot. Go the drop punter around the corner. He's going to set up to go around the corner for goal number 4. On return, Jamari Ugle-Hagan to get it back within one straight kick, and that one hits the post. Started at too narrow. 3 goals, 4, I think, now.
Yep.
Could have had a day out.
23 and a half minutes into the final term. Boyd just pumps it long. Bell the fist.
So, 23 and a half gone. It's under 2 goals now. And they've got it inside their forward half. They've got it in here, Coast. And they've got to hit the scoreboard now.
Yeah, need a goal in the next minute or 2, you'd think.
It's next forward 50 if they get it.
The Blues have got Logan Prout playing as a spare in defensive 50. Jepson will look to elude him, and well, he eluded his teammates too by hand. Rule just slapped it forward, and Carlton come away with it. Williams, too tall for Farah, who looks sore once again. Maybe just cramp. Either way, he's heading to the bench. But he's been going through it in this final term. He's kicked a couple of goals though, so he's been handy for them. 20-year-old out of Diamond Creek. Thrown back in. Davies, little fumble. And Evans showing no real desire to keep it in. So it'll be Whitson O'Keefe again. They have to get it moving, though, the Suns.
What's Zach Williams doing at the stoppage there? Standing between the two rocks, just in his ear.
Telling his younger teammate where to lay it down, perhaps. Jepson was wise to it, though. Missed Hill by hand, and Sammartino's going to hack it off the ground. Howard kept his feet well. Stuck in the one-on-one, though, with Closey, who ended up winning the contest. Wild handball from Graham. Goes nowhere in particular. Sard feeds it back. Prouts kicks a good one. And Warburton has it. And they can go for the kill here, the Blues, via Howard.
Yeah, they're queuing up inside 50. Cookson was also on. Take your full 30 seconds and probably put this one beyond doubt.
So
kick two, yep. They're late in as well, so nice return.
And he's just going to pop it short to Sammartino, who wisely sprinted into the space. Some lax checking there from the Suns.
Yeah, pretty poor. There was no guarantee he was going to kick the goal. He kept it within 12 points still. It just wipes another 30 seconds off the clock.
So Jack Sammartino, ex-Box Hill Hawk. Has missed just the one game this season for the Blues. Has 3 goals straight on the year. And there's his first behind. So the door's still open for the Gold Coast.
What's the plan? It's a long kick out wide, a 2-on-2. Hollins with the fist. Sexton out the back. Gives it off to Holman by hand. I'm not sure he's got much to kick to. Broke through about 2 or 3 tackles. Swings on to the left. Down the line. Back with the flight was Camporeale. Big mark on the half-back line. Goes very short. Now Ollie Hollins has it. Some of the experienced heads. He'll go backwards all the way back to Adam Sard. Get it into the hands of those that know how to run down a clock. He wants to go backwards again, but decided for the 3rd time today to swing onto the right. I'm liking it. Camporeale read it best. Inside forward 50. Davey, big mark. Above his head, he says, I'm going to have a ping from 55. No, he's not. He's going to pop it into the pocket and find teammate in Cookson. 20 out. Worse than a 45-degree angle, but it'll be a shot on goal. It'll make it a 3-goal game regardless of the score as we enter the 28th minute. They did it nicely there, Carlton. Camporeale with the big mark and just a couple of short kicks, uncontested marks, take some time off the clock. And Owen Davey. It's a big mark when they needed one. Will Cookson to make it a 3 straight kick game on the left. Drills it. And the Blues will take the 4 points. They'll keep their finals chances alive with an 18-point margin as we speak. 12-5-77 to 7-17-59. 28 and a half gone in this final term.
Well, they've been challenged, the Blues. Came into this one as heavy favourites going up against the bottom of the table Gold Coast Suns, but Suns took it right up to them in the early going. Led it at quarter time, led by 19 points early in the second term, but after that, the Blues went on a run of 7 straight goals. The Suns kicked a number of behinds throughout that stretch as well. And they've been able to take over the game, the Blues, and are going to come away with their 8th win of the season and keep their top 10 hopes alive as the Suns slump to a 7th straight defeat. This one at the hands of Carlton by 18 points. 12-5-77, the Blues. 7-17-59 the Gold Coast. Liam Farah, 3 goals for the Blues. Davey and Howard each kicked a couple. Cooks and Gresham, Logan, Prouts, and Warburton each kicked 1. And for the Suns, Jamari Ugle-Hagan was the positive today. He kicked 3 goals and that was his best performance at any level for some time. Singles to Evans, Goulburn, Main, and Cheetahs. Sam Closey ended up with 31 disposals, the most on the ground. Jepson had 29. And for the Blues, Ollie Hollins, 28. Ben Camporeale, 27. And Jordan Boyd ended up with 25. So a good win for the Blues. They remain very much in contention for a top 10 spot as we approach the last 3 home and away rounds of the 2026 Smithies VFL season. And the Suns remain